Oh wow, you actually came back, so you like my videos. Okay, well then I guess I'm gonna make another one. Let's do it. Welcome to Drea Love Cole. My name is Drea, and on this channel we will talk about yoga, self-care, and skincare. So this video today will be about the hips and opening the hips, stabilizing the hips, and we will do about a 20 to 25-minute flow catered to the hips. For today's video, we will need yoga blocks, yoga strap, and a yoga bolster. So, if you like have none of these, yoga blocks can also be textbooks. So, if you don't have blocks, get you some textbooks. If you don't have strap, get you the belt of your robe or a belt. And if you don't have a yoga bolster, it's literally a yoga pillow. So, get you like two of these fluffy pillows. I know you got lounging around. And yeah, you'll be good to go. There's no need to spend any money right now unnecessarily if you don't have to. We're going to get straight into it and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. Start in Baddha Konasana. Feet are together, knees are wide, and if you need your blocks, you're going to have your blocks. So wherever you are, begin to grab your feet with your hands, and that will help you to push your chest forward and sit up tall. We're going to go into a breath called the equal parts breath, and this is a breath that I would like to give you the option to use all throughout this flow to help you deepen each stretch. So we're going to inhale for 5 seconds, all the way up through the bottoms of your stomach, all the way up through the top of your lungs. And you're going to hold that breath, that inhale for 3 seconds. And then you're going to slowly exhale out for 5 seconds. And hold that for 3 seconds. And we're going to do it all over again. So let's inhale through our nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale out of your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhaling again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale out of your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. I invite you to do this about 3 or 4 more times, but I will let you go at your own pace. next, inhale, release your feet. Your hands are now beginning to come up above your head. Exhaling your hands down in front of your feet. We're going to go in for a fold. So maybe this is as far as you go today. I'm going to actually turn so that you see how I am folding a bit better. You're going to inhale, pushing your chest forward. And if you start to feel a stretch already in that groin, which is the inner thigh close to your pelvic bone, then that might be your stretch today. If you would like to go in for a deeper stretch, if that stretch isn't satisfying enough or you need a little bit more of a deeper stretch, you can continue to walk your hands forward as long as your hips are leading first. If you begin to round your spine at any time, that's when you need to back off and reevaluate your fold. Make sure your chest is pushing forward, and then you can fold as much as you need until you get that good stretch for your body. So I invite the equal parts breath here as well. Begin to sit up tall. Slowly walking your hands back up. If your legs are feeling a little bit, I feel a little bit kind of strenuous or like maybe in pain a little bit from that deep stretch, just go slow, and then maybe you kind of massage your legs wherever you're feeling the heat of that stretch. All right, and from here we're going to take our right leg and we're going to bring it in for a bend so that our shin, the shin portion, is now parallel with the front of the mat. So your foot comes down, your knee bends, and you're going to take that left leg and you're going to swing it back behind you so that now you're doing like a zigzag with your legs. So from here, you're going to try to sit up tall. So place your hands on each side of your body and just kind of adjust yourself so that your torso still faces forward. And each time you breathe, try to send breath into that left hip, because that's the hip that kind of feels it the most here. So as you breathe, begin to relieve that tension off of the hip, and you'll be able to sink that left hip in a little bit more with each breath. From here, slowly walk your hands over that front leg, and you're gonna fold. So the pose we just came from is deer, and now we're going into a deer forward fold. Slowly walking yourself back up from that fold. And you're going to begin to bring that back leg, swing it back to the front. And this time, this leg that just swung from the back, you're going to place that. So now this is the left foot. Place that left foot on the top of that right knee. And so if your left knee does not come all the way down to that right foot, this is where the block comes in. You're going to take your block and you're just going to place your block wherever your knee rests. So you might have to take that bottom foot and kind of move it out. If your knee is here, then you place the block right where your knee is so that you can safely delve into this pose. So this is just wherever you're at. So only you know where that is. Just make sure that you are taking care of your body and using your props as needed. And make sure that you are using them because it will help you in the long run. So we're going to just sit here. And then we're going to need our strap as well. So if you brought your robe belt or your belt, just have it handy for what we're going to do next. From here, we're going to go ahead and take that leg that's under, which is the right leg, and straighten that out. And then this top leg, which is the left leg, is going to cross a little bit deeper so that the top knee and the bottom knee is almost stacked over each other. So I have a few options here. This is where the strap is going to come in. So you are either going to, you can stay right here, or you can go ahead and fold over that leg, well, both legs. And so if you are wanting something a little bit more challenging or just a deeper stretch, you know, everyone's flexibility levels are different. So I like to try to cater to all. So we're going to take our strap into our left hand. Our left hand is now up above our head. You're going to drop that strap to the top of your spine. So your hand drops down, your elbow bends and your hand drops down to the top of your spine. You're going to take that right arm and bend it behind your back, and then you're going to grab that strap. The strap should be right there close enough so you can grab it. So from here, we are doing something called cow face. These are the arms. The cow face pose has a pose that your legs and your arms do, but we're going to be here with the arms. We're doing half cow face pose with our legs. So from here, go ahead and just fold over those legs. If this is your option, you're going to fold over your legs. This is yours. And wherever you are, make sure you're breathing. And if you feel like it's just too much, you back off just a little bit. Slowly walking up. You're going to uncross your legs. And then we're going to switch. We're going to take everything we just did and do it on the other side. So we're going to start with our deer. And we're going to take our left leg and we're going to bend it in. Right leg swings behind us. Take your hands to the outsides of your body. And you're going to make sure that you can sit up tall, using your breath to sink that right hip this time into the mat. So you might realize that you are activating your right glutes. But if you breathe, sending breath to that hip will allow you to release that tension. And then from here, we're going to begin to walk forward. Let's begin to walk up, taking that back leg, swinging it around to the front, taking that right foot on top of that left knee. And again, if your knee on top does not come all the way down to meet the foot, go ahead and take that block and place the block wherever your knee is. So maybe you're at the highest level, second level, bottom level. So listen to your body again and just make sure that you are doing what your body needs. So we're going to hold this stretch. Begin to add length to that left leg. This is the leg that's under on the bottom. And you're going to send that right knee and bring it in closer to that left knee so they're almost stacked. And again, if you would like to add on the last bit that we did the last time, you're going to need your strap or you may not need your strap. So you're either right here sitting up tall or you're folding over that left leg, or you have that strap and you're taking it into the right hand now and the left hand grabs the bottom. And then once you found where you are with your arms, you can begin to fold, or maybe you say sitting up tall, or maybe you begin to fold slowly over that leg. Slowly come out of this stretch, sitting up tall, removing the strap. From here, you're going to take that right leg, send it back straight, and you're going to begin to take those legs and take them back behind you. And you're going to be on hands and knees. We're going to go into our tabletop. So on tabletop, you're going to stack your wrists right over your shoulders and stack your knees right over your hips. So from here, we're going to go ahead and press all 10 fingers and tuck the toes to press them into the mat. Begin to slowly take the knees up and back. The heels of the feet are now pressing towards the mat, and your head is hanging right in between your arms. And then go ahead and walk your feet up right in between your hands. And then from here, slowly begin to raise your body up, slowly letting your head be the last thing that comes up. And as you come up, your shoulders are going to roll back, your head is going to come all the way up, and now you're standing up nice and tall for mountain pose, also known as Tadasana. So let's go ahead and get our blocks. So from here, we're going to just do a little exercise to make sure we know how to level out our hips. So go ahead and take your left foot, place it on top of that block, or if you have your textbooks, go ahead and step onto that. And then from here, you're going to lift onto your right tippy toes. So the heels of your right, you coming off of the heel of that right foot. So let your foot, the right foot, kind of just hanging on the air. And you notice if you place your hands on your hips, that should be level. Your hands should be in the same level. So let me show you what happens when your hip dips into that leg that's being activated to hold yourself up. Your hip kind of pokes out on the left. So you want to be standing up nice and tall, just so you can be able to hold yourself up. You don't want to dip into your left hip at all. So let's try this on the other side. Coming on to those left tippy toes. Right foot is now on the block. Let the foot hang off of the mat and notice what happens when you dip. You know, it might not be so noticeable, but if your hands are on your hips and you notice that shift, push yourself back up so that your hands are now level. Your hips, meaning your hips are level because your hands are on your hips. And you're activating the muscles instead of leaning into that hip. This helps to stabilize your hips. So we open them with poses, and we can also stabilize them, meaning that they are stable, doing what they're supposed to do. Our hips help to bear weight. It helps bear weight from our lower limbs. It holds the weight from there. And anytime we're jumping or we're running, all that shock when we're running goes straight into our hips. So from here, we're gonna do a few standing poses. So let's go ahead and take ourselves back into Tadasana. So our feet, our toes are facing forward. Our hands are now off of our hips and our palms are facing forward. You can go ahead and take that right foot and step it straight back. Now you are in a high lunge. Let's take our arms, grow them tall, and you're going to take your back foot so that the toes are facing the right side of the mat. So it's going to do a pivot. And you're going to bend into that left leg, which is the front leg. Arms go wide. So begin to straighten now this left leg and reach forward towards the left foot with your left hand. So but reach towards like a wall or something like that. And then you're going to lower your hands down, your left hand down so that it is on the inside of the left foot. And maybe you need a block. and this is your triangle pose. Let's go ahead and bend the left knee. Slowly raising the left hand off of the block or off of the mat, coming back up. And then we're going to actually send both hands down. So you're going to cartwheel your hands down. Take that left hand to the outside of the left foot, stepping that right foot up, sending that left foot back. You're going to begin to come up off of your hands, using your feet and your toes and your legs to keep you up. Arms are rising up above your head. And now the back foot, which is the left foot, is going to turn so that the toes are now facing the left side of the mat. Bringing the arms out wide. The front leg is now going to be straight. Reaching forward, lowering the hand down. Maybe you need your block. And take that left hand, take it down to the mat, send the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Come on to the toes of the back foot, lifting off of the heel, stepping the left foot up to meet the right. Go ahead and heel toe your feet out wide. And we're going to sink our hips down into the mat, towards the mat, I should say. And now we are in something called yogi squat, which is also called malasana. So from here, go ahead and take your elbows to the insides of your knees, pressing your hands together, and you're going to press their elbows into the insides of the knees. This is really good for your hips as well. Begin to sit onto your butt from yogi squat or however you would like to get there. And then you're going to hug your knees into your chest and just slowly trust yourself and allow yourself to slowly roll back. Maybe you are using your core to keep you from tumbling all the way down. Hugging your knees into your chest once you get down onto your back. Inhale, pull your knees in closer. Exhale, melt into the mat. Inhale, pulling your knees in closer. Exhale, melt into the mat. Inhale, pulling your knees in closer. Exhale, sink into the mat. Maybe this is where you stay for another few minutes. Maybe you slowly take your legs down the mat, adding length to your legs. Maybe your arms go out wide. Maybe you roll onto one side. Take your time. Stay here as long as you need to. If this is where you're going to be for however much longer you need, pay me no mind. If you are wanting to come out of this pose, begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, slowly coming up back into a seat. Take this time to notice how your body feels after this flow. Maybe your hips feel a little bit better already, and all it takes is consistency and practice, and you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. So I thank you for joining me today as we flow together. Maybe you released some emotions, because our hips hold emotions that we forget about. And give yourself the okay to feel, to not always accept or like what you're feeling, but knowing that this is your story, this is your path. So I thank you for allowing me to help you through this journey. Happy Thanksgiving. Make the best out of it. I know that with COVID, it's not going to be the easiest, but make the best out of what you can. See you next time. Namaste.